have so much respect for everyone who is fasting this Ramadan because it's really not easy needing to wake up so early for sahur, then fasting the entire day with no food, no water, but still trying to stay productive and having a good daily routine. Mungkin ramai yang tak tahu saya sebenarnya membesar di Malaysia, sebuah negara Islam. Oleh itu, saya sudah terbiasa dengan budaya dan tradisi orang Melayu. Saya pun kadang-kadang turut berpuasa dengan kawan-kawan untuk berhungry dan berthirsty dengan mereka. So in this video, we'll go through the ultimate study guide for Ramadan, or how to study when you're feeling tired, how to structure your study sessions around fasting, how to stay productive even when you're exhausted, and how to avoid procrastination when all you want to do is nap. Including what to do when your family is noisy and won't leave you alone, even though you need to get work done. Let's go. First, deciding when to study. When I asked you on Instagram, most of you said that you like to study either in the morning or at night, but the best approach is to actually do both. But there is a strategy to this. Whether you're a morning person or a night owl will determine the kind of work you should be focusing on during those times. A really easy way, bestie, to figure out when you work best is just by identifying your chronotype. There are actually 4 sleep chronotypes, so there's the bear, lion, wolf, and dolphin. And each one of them has a different peak energy period. Your chronotype will determine your best productivity times when your mood is naturally elevated and the best times for eating, sleeping, and studying. I'll leave the link to the quiz that I took personally in the description box below. So that's the first thing that I want you to do, bestie, after you finish watching this video, because once you've identified your chronotype, it's time to structure your perfect study session for maximum efficiency. So, how to choose the right tasks for your study sessions based on your energy levels. Your peak productivity periods, which will be different depending on your chronotype, should be spent on high focus tasks, while your low energy periods should be spent on less demanding work. Examples of high difficulty tasks are doing past year papers, anything to do with complex problem solving, essay writing, exam revision, deep learning, and memorization. So that means if your peak productivity periods are in the morning, you should be doing these tasks after subuh. But if you're a night person, you would be doing these tasks after isha. So this includes subjects like mathematics or sciences, or any subject that requires deep concentration and a lot of brain juice. And if you have a weak subject that you really want to improve on, this is the best time to work on that. I used to struggle a lot with mathematics. I don't know, me and numbers just don't get along. So what I would do is I would wake up at 4 a.m. every single morning before school starts to do 2 past year papers. And I actually went from scoring C's to distinction in A-levels. Now, what kind of tasks do you do during your low energy periods? So for my night owls, that's after subuh, and for my early birds, this is after isha. This is the time for you to write notes, review them, do homework, flashcard revision, and light reading. Tasks that don't require as much brain power to do. I really like using my low energy periods to recap information that I memorized in my high energy periods. But if you want my honest advice, bestie, you should be using this time during Ramadan to adjust your body clock and become more of a morning person. Why? Because classes and exams are held in the morning, so training yourself to be more alert during those times will really help you perform better and improve your grades. So if you ever wanted to fix your sleep schedule, then this is the perfect time to do it. And if you want more tips on how to become a morning person, you can check out my video here. But like this video and subscribe if you're enjoying it so far. But if you're feeling exhausted, especially during Ramadan, which is completely understandable, the best way to be productive with minimal effort is by turning your phone from a distraction into a tool. I've spoken about this before, but you don't even need to get out of bed, you just switch to a more productive app. You can learn languages or play chess, but personally, I have no interest in those, so I use this app called Brilliant instead. Next, how to maximize your productivity. When we're tired, we won't be able to finish everything on our to-do list, and that's okay. And so what should you prioritize when your energy is low? We're going to use something called the eat the frog technique. I don't know why they chose frog, but let's just go with it. Basically, bestie, you'll start your study session by tackling the hardest, most challenging task first. For example, if you have a project deadline, an upcoming exam, or a long essay to write, that will be your frog. Again, why frog? People will tell you to do this because it builds momentum and it gets the hardest thing out of the way, but I'm going to tell you that the more important thing is that doing this gives you flexibility. If you're a morning person and you don't finish your task, you still have the rest of the day to complete it. If you're a night person, you can get the bulk of the work done before midnight and you can finish it up in the morning when you have less energy. And I say this out of experience because in Malaysia, Ramadan almost always coincides with exam season, which is really unfortunate. So me and my friends, remember how I used to fast with them to just give them support? We found out that getting the hardest work done first make a huge difference. When you're tired, you can fall into the trap or the habit of pushing things like revision or memorization back day after day after day because you're too tired to do them. Let me know if you also struggle with this in the comments, bestie. So instead of working on them when you feel like it, just tell yourself to start with those difficult tasks first, and then you can move on to the rest. An advertisement might play in the next few seconds, so if you would like to support this channel, please do not skip the ad. Thank you. But how do you shorten your study sessions? Here's the trick to actually getting work done efficiently to shorten your study sessions. Whatever the amount of time you think you need to complete a task, cut it in half. So if you think you need 2 hours to finish your notes, give yourself 1 hour instead. Instead of dragging out an 8-hour study session, you get the same amount of work done in just 4 hours. And what do you do with that extra time? You can either use it to rest and recharge or shift it to morning or night to refine the work that you just did. Remember what I said in my How to Be a Perfect Student video? You might tell me, if I spend half the amount of time making notes, it's gonna look like a chicken made it. Or if I spend half the amount of time revising, I probably get all the questions on a past year paper wrong. And that is completely true. However, if you don't get stuff done, you don't know how to improve. If you want a deep dive into a lot of non-basic study tips that will transform you into a top student, then you can check out my video here. Next, what if my family is noisy? Can you tell that I'm Southeast Asian? Because Southeast Asians know the struggle when it comes to having a noisy family. During Ramadan, I know a lot of you will struggle with getting work done because your family is all awake and your siblings, are bothering you in one ear and your parents are nagging you in the other ear. So here are a few small changes that can make a world of a difference that you can try. You can try putting on headphones and listening to white noise or brown noise. YouTube has many options and I find that this is less distracting than actual music. Or you can listen to lo-fi. So I already have 2 study with me sessions posted online. I will film more, I hear you. I'll leave them in the description box below. You can put that on and feel like you're studying with me in the library instead of a distracting environment. But if your family is noisy no matter what my friend did was that she tried to get as much work done in school or outside before she got home. So during lunchtime, because she can't eat, she'll sit with us and do her work instead, or in between classes when waiting for teacher, and sometimes she'll even stay in the library before going home. If all else fails, bestie, just embrace it. Embrace the chaos and be able to work in a noisy environment. You will build an insane ability to focus anywhere, which is a superpower, by the way. This will really help you during exams, in workplaces, or just life in general. If you've made it this far into the video, comment down below what you're grateful for this Ramadan to get triple the blessings in return. Thank you to my dear friend Sophia Amira, my old tuition teacher Cikgu Sabaria, and all my Muslim besties who wholeheartedly gave me their advice and contributed to this video. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell and set it to all so that you don't miss out on any future uploads. Thank you for 1,370,000 subscribers, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, bestie!